Slimming world, it is time. Sin-free potatoes, unlimited pasta. Chocolate's bad for you? How the fuck are people losing weight with these rules? Let's go. This is gonna be a little bit different today. I'm not gonna start going into details about when it was made, how much they turn over, and all the bullshit factual logistics. This is gonna be my opinion based off information given to me from real people that have been to real Slimming World clubs. Before all the Slimming World warriors start coming out with lawsuits, bullshit, fucking claims and whatever, I am not deleting this video for fucking no one. I am not deleting this video. This is freedom of speech, my opinion, fuck all of you guys. How the fuck are people getting away with sin-free potatoes, unlimited pasta? You can eat as much free food as you want. How does this work? Now, before we go into that, there'll be a lot of people watching this that need to go and watch this video. What the fuck are calories? Once you understand what calories are and what a calorie deficit is, then come back to watch the rest of this video so you can actually understand what I'm talking about. We need to start with how all diets work. If you think of any diet you have ever heard of, any fucking diet, keto, Atkins diet, no carbs before marbs, the shake diet, slim fast, whatever it may be, right? The only way you can lose weight, lose body fat is through being in a calorie deficit. That is a fact. All of these diets, what they do, someone has to create a diet, a generalized set of rules that will apply to the entire nation. It's going to be pretty impossible. It's going to be impossible to give a set of rules that would fit absolutely everybody. So what these places do, keto, Slimming World, whatever, they think of some pretty clever rules that will fit most people. If you have only got set hours to eat each day, it's going to be very unlikely that you're going to overeat on your calories within that small window. Therefore, telling you set rules, only eat from 2 till 4, you don't have to think about fuck all other than the time of eating, which gives you guidelines that will naturally put you in a calorie deficit. But if you overeat in those 2 hours, you will still get fat. No carbs before marbs, bullshit, right? Absolute bullshit. Do you know if you eat no carbs, and you don't replace those carbs with something else, you've removed calories. You are in a calorie deficit. The shake fucking diet, right? These 500 calorie a day bottles of shakes, you're in a calorie deficit. Please understand that every single method, no matter what it may be, will only work by applying and putting you into a calorie deficit. Some of these diets will work perfectly for some people, and that's why you'll hear they'll put a celeb on it and she'll actually do the diet and it might actually work for them, and that's because it fits their lifestyle. Surgeons is a really good example, right? If you're a surgeon and you want to stay on point, intermittent fasting can be a really, really good choice for you because you are very busy at all times, and if you're in surgery and you don't have time to eat, you can eat all of your calories within a set window and that would suit your life and you could still make progress. Any one diet is not going to be good for everybody. It can be good for X amount of people, but it doesn't mean it's going to be good for everybody, and you all need to understand that. No matter what diet you choose to do, there will always be people that it will not work for and it will not be suited for. So all you people that push, I'm on keto, I'm on this, I'm on that, and it is the best for you. And you need to understand that because you are also part of the fucking problem. So, Slimming World's rules. What are their guidelines, their generalized guidelines they give to the entire world to make all these people lose all this weight that we're seeing? How the fuck does it work? How are they getting away with the unlimited potatoes? First of all, you're going to have to go back and watch this video, and it is you can eat what the fuck you want and still lose weight. Once you've gone and watched that, come back here for me to elaborate on that a little bit more. Sins. These foods that they call sins, bad foods, right? They are high calorie foods. They are mostly high sugar foods, high fat foods, high salt foods, processed foods, foods that are bad for you, says society. They don't tell you why they are sins, they just say the sins. And the sins list changes all the fucking time. Then they have free food. These are more nutritionally valuable, they have less calories in, they have more protein in them, which means you're going to be fuller for longer. And it is very hard to eat a lot of chicken, fish, salmon, rice, whole foods. They are filling. So if you get told to eat as much of this as you want, but you're not allowed any of these, it's going to be hard for you to overeat. It's going to be very fucking difficult for you to overeat on your calories of these free foods because they are very filling. Why I think there's a problem with this theory, with this sin food and free food, is no food is a sin. No food is a sin, it's just a higher calorie food. If we restrict someone from having these things that they have enjoyed their whole life, how are they going to adhere to that? They're not going to be able to stick to don't ever have chocolate again because it's bad. Don't eat avocados, don't eat bananas, don't eat all these things, right, that are healthy natural foods because they're high in calories. So then you're led to believe that these foods are okay and these foods are healthy now and I can eat as much of these as I want, but these foods over here I can't. Now that is a problem because, for one, people should be able to enjoy all foods. People should be educated and not be kept stupid following these weird guidelines to be told what to do. There's the flip side of that. All of these methods right here, right, will always have people who they do not suit. There is a method that would suit the whole population, that would suit everybody, and everybody could lose weight on it, and it would work for everybody's lifestyle. That method is learning about energy balance and energy expenditure. And as soon as I say learn, people go, switch off, fuck that, I'm not learning, I don't want to learn. I've been in school and all this dumb shit, right? But you forget that you are learning how to adhere to Slimming World rules, to Keto's rules. And it's being lazy. People don't want to learn something new because they see it as the unknown and scary, and you start panicking, and I don't want to learn, just tell me, give me some rules, sins and free, and I'll just follow this. And what you are doing by following these rules is keeping yourself stupid. You are keeping yourself needing to go back to this group because you don't actually understand why you're losing weight. You don't know why you've gained weight. You don't know shit. You just think all these foods are bad and all these foods are good. And that is bullshit. Now, Slimming World is a business. It's their job to make money. It's not their job to tell you how to do this yourself. And I've had to realise that through doing my research and speaking to all of these people. And I'm like, at the start of this, I thought, it's bad. Slimming World is bad was my perception. It's not bad because they are a business and they have to make money and they have to keep clients returning back to them. So that's why they don't give you that information, but they know it, and that's how it works. Now, I reckon Slimming World's method, what they use in Free Food Sin Foods, will suit 60 to 70% of our population because a lot of people, in my years of experience of giving people meal plans, struggle to eat the right amount of free foods or wholesome foods. They struggle to eat it all. So that method will work for a lot of people. But then there are also the big girls who can eat 15 bags of potatoes in one sitting. And they think they can. They will eat 40 Muller yogurts because they think they can. And this is the problem, because you are not educating people and you are not being educated as a client of Slimming World. You do not understand why it's happening. Next, I'm going to move on to some of the good things, some of the positives, some of the awakening that I had about Slimming World through doing this research. In my Facebook group, there's over 1,700 people, I think, in there now. We'll put a little image here to prove it. These people are all online clients, members of my gym, or members of my online community that have bought into a plan from me. A lot of these people I've never met them. I don't know all 1,700 people. None of them owe me anything, and none of them need to chat shit. A lot of them have been to Slimming World. Now, I asked the question in there because I wanted to make this a fair review, and I said, can you please give me some pros and cons? I'm going to show you now all the fucking comments that we got, right? This was of people that, some of them, they've joined my Facebook community that week and they don't even know who I am because they bought the Holly plan and they've written their real experience. And through reading all of these comments, right, actually shown me how beneficial Slimming World has been to so many people's lives. They are teaching people to cook from scratch. Fresh, healthy meals, which is one of the most amazing things that we can do in our country right now. The recipe books are amazing. The meals are really good. Slimming World chips, people think that there's some fucking magic chip. It's just potatoes, mate. But it is good that they are getting families to try new foods, to cook from scratch. A lot of the girls have said they genuinely loved their rep and they loved the place that they went to, and that their rep was nice and their rep didn't shame them if they gained weight that week, and they didn't mind getting weighed in front of everybody else because the rep helped them. They had a community. A community helps. We build a community here, and if you're somebody that is on your own, that is struggling, that needs community support, you have a group of people there if you get the right place. Because the flip side of it, on some of these comments, some of these women only care about how much weight you lose and not about you as a person, your health, your mental health, your fitness. You have to understand now, and I have to say and I have to stress that when you franchise a company, there will always be some that are good and some that are shit. And that's just people. That is literally the human race. There's some that are good and there's some that are shit. That's why I am scared to franchise real life, because no one will love it how I love it. Next, the amount of weight loss some of these people are losing. Like some of these comments here, I'm going to ask Jack. I've got Jack working on this video and I'm seeing big numbers of weight loss, what they're achieving for people. And I'm seeing most comments and most people telling me, throughout the time I was on Slimming World, I was happy. Throughout the time I was doing it, I lost 3 stone. Throughout the time I'd done it, I lost 4 stone. Then there's the flip side. As soon as I stopped, I piled the weight back on. By 12 months later, I was heavier. Every single one of them look at the comments, repercussions, people gaining the weight, and do you know why that is? That's because there was no education. That's because they need to keep you coming back forever and ever and ever. So, the conclusion, I've had this flipped on my head, like literally, and putting it in, I look at it from an educated point of view. I look at it from someone who knows what to do, and I have got to look at Slimming World from the eyes of someone who is obese and clueless. And you know what? If I was obese and clueless and I didn't have time to start learning something new because I'm busy and I've got 4 kids and I'm unhealthy, then yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, these rules could work, and these rules could have a massive benefit to a lot of people's lives. These rules have had a massive benefit to a lot of people's lives, and anything that has done that, anything that has had a positive impact to many, many, many people, we have to support it, because throughout the time they was on plan, it worked for them, and it made them healthier, it made them happier, they had friends to talk to, they had a place to go to, they was held accountable. But for me, education is always number one. Education is how we help everyone. We fix the problem of the skinny jab, the slim fast shakes, all the bullshit fads, all the influencers, all the bullshit. We protect our future generation by educating them. That's the only way. Now think, everyone that's on Slimming World and watching this, and I've just highlighted good things and bad things, if you knew how to eat all those things that you're not allowed to eat and still lose weight, would you still be at Slimming World?